I thought we made some progress this weekend, or this past weekend. We played an athletic Saginaw club and showed some promising moments defensively, as I think we have done some good defensive things this year. And our offense was really sluggish, but yet in a game that went back and forth, I thought we held them off and did a nice job down the stretch to preserve the victory. On Saturday, I thought Northwood played harder than we did, and we got away from our systems both offensively and defensively, and it clearly affected how well we played, and that was actually a disappointment. But I think after reviewing the film, I have to take some of that blame, because we gave them too many solutions to what, after watching it on film, was a simple fix. And when you give an inexperienced team too many examples of how to stop this particular play and or players, it kind of backfired on us, and I'll take the blame for that one. And that exactly what happened to us on Saturday once we lost our bearings. So, with in this process, it's going to happen. We don't like it. We'll continue to address it. So I think just if we can get the game to a pace that we're comfortable with, that's when our guys are growing and the confidence happens. So we have to stay on track, and I gotta make sure that I keep it as simple as I can at this stage of the game, and then start throwing a little more on their plate when we can handle it. And the one thing I don't want to say in terms of comments about Northwood, I don't want to take anything away from them. I thought Northwood had a nice weekend in beating both Northern Michigan and us. They played a good basketball game. And the last thing I want to say about Northwood is that I'm very happy about. We could have quit. They got us down 14 with about 9 minutes, and it was not looking good for the Huskies. And we battled back to within a couple possessions with a minute. And if we hit a big shot coming down the stretch, and I don't know if it would have changed the outcome of the game, but would have certainly made it much more interesting. You know what? Honestly, I do, and I feel, and I think they understand exactly what we need defensively. Again, I threw a little bit too much at them defensively the other day, and we got a little out of sync. But I do think that defensively we are, and I think offensively we feel better at certain times, and I do think that some of it is looking at the scoreboard and saying, boy, I got to do this for us to be successful, and we want to get away from that because we want them to have the confidence. And if we do things right, the scoreboard takes care of itself. So I'm not concerned about the winning and losing as much as this process, because I think that the process will take care of the winning and losing. We have had major contributions from many players, and I like that a lot. It is not saying that I can say, okay, we're going to this player, because you don't know until the game is being played, which some people may look as a disadvantage. I do not. I like having guys close to averaging double digits and just trying to do things right, because then if we continue to build on that and everybody feels comfortable, it's hard to say, okay, we're throwing the ball to this player in crunch time, whereas if we have those 5 guys close to double figures on any given night, anybody could be the leading scorer, but also could make the game-winning shot or get the game-saving stop. So I do like, that's a great point, I do like the fact that we're getting major contributions from many different players. Parkside had a really nice game last Saturday against Davenport, who was undefeated at the time. They bring in some experience. They're very well coached. Coach Riegel does a nice job with that team. They have very, very capable three-point shooters as well as an inside game. So that makes it difficult on any defense, and we're going to have to play much better defense than we've had in the past to give ourselves an opportunity. And Purdue Northwest has a new coach. They're really They have a nice squad. They're inexperienced, they're young, they're trying to find themselves just like a lot of us in the league are. But in watching their film, they have some youngsters that can go and are playing pretty freely at this point. So anything can happen, and it's a kind of game that you have to make sure that you pay attention to detail. Both games this weekend.